What's up, guys? It's the Boncho Boys. This is Jacob,
And Carson.
playing some BT7. I'm on the left playing Jesmon, of course.
And I'm here playing on the right side, playing pure yellow hybrid. I'm not playing the bottom end, like the purple bottom end in this version. I'm playing just a pure yellow hybrid at the time. Trying to just heal a lot and just having a lot of spot removal, but I won't have as much widespread removal as the purple bottom end does, though.
One of the things is I think between the two, purple-yellow hybrid is better at consistency and maintaining a stable board state, but the yellow hybrid, like you said, does do better at recovering. It does better at answering tall objects, like we'll see in this gameplay. Basically a very generic starting for both of these decks, getting out Tamers, getting out Bodies. Jesmon especially, when setting up for its OTK, wants to get a swing in early, because your Jesmon can normally do 4 checks on its own, so being able to OTK means you need to have at least 1 or 2 hits in before. However, against yellow hybrid, this is less than apt because of TK and Kyrie, allowing them to gain just a lot of memory early on.
Yeah, they'll easily be able to make a lot of big moves if they're at a lower security, since just like having TK and TK Kari out will put you to 5. And also if we have another TK and Kari out, going to 7 just has a lot of options for yellow to play. Also hitting to Zoe is pretty handy, just going straight into hybrids for free without going over your TKs and TK and Karis.
And basically here at this point, I know that because he's already at lower security than me, I have no way to manipulate my security in a negative way. So at this point, I'm thinking, okay, I'm already turning on his TK Kyries. I might as well play aggressive with my rookies and sister mons. That way I can just get as much value as I can. Because there's no point in playing it safe now while he's at such a high security.
Yeah, I quickly just go into Salmon, just crashing to clear some of his board state, getting a draw and also a heal. Also going out to Boko, trying to find more pieces for myself to figure out what's going on. Cannot grab the Susano since Boko cannot. It can only grab 10 warriors and hybrids and tamers. And because Susano's a shaman. At this point, I think I'm just trying to make a level 6 or trying to go to 5 since he is at 6 now. So there's no downside of me just going to 5 here in this situation. So I'll straightly go to 5.
And kind of as two sides of the same coin, yellow hybrid likes to be in a position where it's not doing as well security wise because it turns on a lot of his stuff. But against a deck like Jesmon, you do run the chance of just getting OTK'd really easily because of the fact that Jesmon can just swing for multiple checks and unsuspend and just have really explosive turns. So a deck that wants to stay losing, or not so as losing, but be at a lower security count than their opponent, does run the risk of losing to a deck that just wants to swing for a lot of security in one turn.
Yeah.
We're seeing some pretty basic gameplay so far between the two decks. Jesmon just having to spend time to get those pieces it needs. Running 4 Savior Huckmon and 4 Jesmon does mean that you do have a lower, it is harder to climb up because you need the specifics, but with how much room the deck has, it is simply all you can do. Getting put to 1 here, I believe will most likely try just to go into a Jesmon and pass, especially if I have nothing else to do. I'm already going to be checking 4 with this Jesmon, and I already have Sisters in Trash, so I don't need to get cards in hand. Here's a big play because I know that there are 2 Zoes underneath those Shangarimon and Sakuyamons, and I'm not able to check any security. So the smart thing to do here as a Jesmon player is to clear board when possible, especially when a card like Sakuyamon is just stopping your entire play for one turn. While most decks would think of this as a hindrance, Jesmon is going to be able to just answer this board state, using Judgment of the Blade to answer both of his megas, specifically because I want to be able to get rid of those Zoes, as those Zoes were giving plus 6k to his security, while Jesmon normally gets really big and can clean through a security really easily. Any Mega or Susanomon with a Zoe boost runs the chance of being able to kill my Jesmon. So I definitely want to answer those inheritive boosters as much as possible, and using the Zakuyamon to hinder me from having explosive play against security. In turn, I instead just answer the board state by removing his megas, play 2 blockers and a level 4, just to be able to make a wide board, because I know I wasn't able to win that turn. So instead make a board where he knows that he has to answer fast, and there's not a lot he can actually answer with at this point. Knowing that he's not in purple means he doesn't run Schwarzlazar, so his only removal is going to be stuff like Shangermon, which he wouldn't be able to get to in time, or a Wyvern's Breath. But we are okay with seeing the Wyvern's Breath here, because putting me to 8 means not only can I build in the hatchery, I'm also able to go into a Jesmon for 6 up front, and 5 if I have a CL in hand.
I would say, like, I did do a misplay of going to Sakuya, because I did heal myself to 6, basically turning off my TK and Kari, making it a little bit trickier for me to do bigger plays to clear more of the board. So that was kind of a miss error on me, not seeing that Sakuya would just stop it, and also just have that ability for Jesmon to just clear the board, and me just locking myself to only just TK, just to put me only to 3 memory every single turn, which I don't think is going to be enough to really stop the board presence that Jesmon has, with so much clearance and so many checks that they have already on board. So pretty much he's going to be swinging through my security. Hopefully I can hit something pretty big. Hopefully a Wyverns, or I hit into some more Tamers to last a little bit longer to maybe do something big. I did hit into a TK card, which will help me and put me to 7 next turn. And he is popping it with Bauhuck.
One of the things you have to know when playing against a deck like Yellow Hybrid or Yellow Purple Hybrid, is when you go to make these big plays, if you are not killing them that turn, you are turning on their TK Kyries. So my opponent here is going to go to at least 7 with the 2 TK Kyries that are on field. So I have to know that I can't just hit him once. I have to hit him for 4 or 5 checks this turn, simply because I'm going to be putting him at such an advantage when it comes to the amount of memory he's gaining. So in the sense, I have to make it worth my while, as he's going to go to 7 here. I in fact did do that though with the 4 checks from the 2 sisters and the Jesmon, and then again swinging early with those sisters first, which can be risky, but I wanted them to be deleted so I could play them from trash.
In this position right now, I'm trying to figure out how I can pop his board. I did have enough memory to go through and find a way to clear most of it and give me a chance. So I put the Pokemon just so I can Digivolve for free into Zephyrmon, going to Jet just to heal, give me a little bit more life, and I finding some more pieces and Digivolving as per usual. I do play the TK because I did need this TK to do a big play to clear most of his board and going straight into Shine, putting him to 3.
Here we do see a misplay from Carson's side, where he could have swung the Jet Sylphimon into the CL, either deleting the CL or forcing me to block with one of my other sisters. And if I had blocked or letting the CL die would have allowed him to wipe the entire board. Here we do have a Sistermon still on board, which in the long run of things might not matter so much, as I do have it looks like 4 checks on here with this Jesmon.
Yeah.
But that is a thing to think of against a deck like Jesmon, is you do want to answer boards as much as possible, especially when you know a a sister or a Jesmon is coming. Going into this one, this
I think we're counting how many DPOs in my security, because I think I said there's 12k, because I had 3 TKs that give plus 2k, and then I have 6k under the shine, so it's 12k total. So I was hoping that something would kill him this turn with how many checks he has.
but I have to survive 1 check
Yeah.
to be able to win.
Yeah.
Nope. And we
So-
see a Zoe.
Yeah, in this situation, I couldn't find anything. Also, keep in mind, the Zoe effect is also a May, so you don't need to do it if you don't want to. So right here, I
get TK'd. So,
TK'd.
unfortunately, I do live through both checks, allowing me to seal the game off. Because unless we hit something crazy like a Wyvern's Breath, but I do know, or I can safely assume that I have a Blitz Omni in hand.
Yeah.
And we're going to game 2.
And do keep in mind that Salamon was 14k. It is literally a level 6 rookie.
A big Salamon, for sure.
Pretty insane. Yeah, so I think for game 2, I went second. So I can just have a little bit more leverage and putting some more tamers out early. The whole shtick of this deck is pretty much just having so many cheap tamers, especially the TK from the starter deck. And also making my security really big against tall end decks or really tall decks just like Jesmon. So hopefully they would die into security.
One of the things that has been changed with this deck since the making of this video is taking out the Digimon. While I do agree that tamers are blockers are important in this format, they're not so important as to run a card like Digimon. I have plenty of blockers with the sisters, so there's no point to run a level 4 slot as a blocker here. And I do make a risky play here in promoting early. I like to promote early to use the Savior Huckmon's effect, but as we see, I do get punished by that Wyvern's Breath being able to answer Jesmon. But that is due to my own ignorance of liking. I really like being able to use Savior, and Savior's ability, of course, says when digivolving you may play a Sistermon from your hand for free. So allowing me, as you saw with this yell, being able to play a Sistermon or being able to digivolve for 2 and go into a Jesmon early. This does allow me just to like go up into a Jesmon way earlier. And here we'll see me misplay here on the Gravity Crush. The Gravity Crush should have actually put Carson to 4.
Yeah, in that situation.
Gravity Crush, of course, saying gain 2 memory, and then at the end of your turn, lose 2 memory.
I'm going as per usual, just building more board. Right now, my security stack has a total of plus 4k. Depending on what I saw in my security stack with TK, or I'm just going to be assuming that there's a little Omega or a possible Wyvern's Breath in there.
Choosing to swing first with the CL because I didn't have another sister in hand. So I wanted to be able to get all of my procs off with Jesmon, but I didn't have another sister, so I did take the risk of swinging with the CL first, because the CL could have not died. But we end up benefiting from it, hitting one of those accursed TK Kyries. So he's going to continue to have a lot of memory from the turn, but besides not having a rookie there, I am in a good spot right now where I have a strong board presence. I have my opponent to very little security, which is something Jesmon is able to clear out really easily. And I do have the point where Carson has to answer board state very soon.
I'm assuming here in this situation, I'm trying to go into a shine, but in total, I can only pop 12. So I mostly won't be able to pop the Jesmon at all, since it does have the plus 2k from CL. making it 13, so it'll be off. Wait, 4, 8, 12.
And of course, not wasting 2 checks on popping the CL, because I can play all the sisters from trash.
I also think the reason why I wasn't able to pop this CL is because Huck, the Bow Huck actually got plus 2k, so making it an 8k body. So I wasn't able to pop 2 since CL existed on the board. And ending the game
And
with
we
the
do
Blitz
have the
Omni.
Blitz Omnimon for a game.
Yes.
Here's my Jesmon deck list. Jesmon, of course, being a deck I am very fond of and like playing very frequently. Changes made since the recording of this video have been maybe with the upping of Judgment of the Blade. I believe I'm up to 3 now. Just really like getting that security effect, as well as upping the tie count to 3.
And then the yellow list is a pretty basic yellow list, having 4 of the Shine Greymon as a consistent just removal. And then the Sequoia there just to stop top ends. And I think the one level 6 that we didn't really see too much, I think I did run a potential Dynasmon in there as just a one of. And then the Susanomon. I'm not too sure from the last time I had played. I think it might have been 1 Susano or possibly 2 Susanos. But overall, the deck was pretty fun. It's just a very heavy recovery deck. I think the only thing I was missing is just being able to wipe a lot of those pesky level 5s and belows when they go very wide in those situations.
And while Yellow Hybrid itself is still a good deck, I think we would definitely both agree that playing more of the purple bottom end seems to fit the deck better. Playing the purple-yellow allows you to answer more threats easily.
And especially in this format, that will help you a lot with LeShwart, being able to pop so many things that most of this format will have a very wide board presence against you. So that will definitely help in the long run. And also, Gazimon is also a Digimon that exists as a memory joker for you.
Yes, he is.
Versus Yellow does not have one.
All right, we thank you for watching. If you liked the video, leave a like below and comment what deck you would like us to play or showcase next. And thank you very much. And this is the Boncho Boys signing off.
See ya.